What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to FudgeMuppet. It's Michael and Scott here with a brand new discussion about our favorite builds that we've created.
Yes, we've been asked a lot of questions. I think that is perhaps our most frequently asked question, even above what's your favorite faction?
Yeah.
Like, I think this is the most requested question.
All over Snapchat, all over Facebook, all over Twitter.
And
all over those.
All over YouTube comments. Like,
yeah, everywhere.
It is everywhere. You guys seem to really like the on-camera discussion that we last did, so we thought we'll do another one.
So we're back again, feeling fresh and ready to answer your question.
Yeah.
So
We're going to split it into different categories, just like the last one.
like before, we got the
Because
aesthetics.
We're an aesthetic channel, right?
So we got the aesthetic choice.
So we've got an aesthetic choice.
And we've got the just what we like to play choice.
Yeah, it's the I wouldn't say functionality. It's almost enjoyment versus aesthetics.
Basically what we would play.
Yeah.
Like what we would... yeah.
You get the
Because we
idea.
have some builds that are fun that you don't necessarily want to play all the time. Like some of them for your... You know how you have that main character?
Yeah.
Like your main one.
Like, I'm just going to shout this one out now because it's not our choice for anything. But the Pyromaniac is one of those builds that I think is just so fun to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like all the jet and the slow motion.
And the Brawler. I like
Beautiful.
the Brawler a lot. It's undercover, but I just love it. Just being some clothed, unarmed dude, just fucking punching through guys with your fists.
Yeah.
So,
Let's start with the aesthetics.
aesthetics.
Okay.
All right.
So I think my favorite aesthetic that we've done is actually the Shotgun Surgeon. Now, he doesn't have like a non-power armor version, so I'm going to pick another one, okay?
All right.
Scott doesn't want me to have two.
All right.
But I'm going to have two, okay? So the reason I pick him for power armor is because, well, one, I use that combination anyway. I think the XO one with the Raider is actually just perfect.
Pretty swish.
I think it looks really cool. I love the jetpack, the whole shotgun. It's almost not just the aesthetic of the character standing there. It's the aesthetic of the character as he blows off everyone's head with a shotgun. Like, it's the flying up with the jetpack in slow motion, coming down, just like, you know what I mean? And it's chunky.
Yeah.
I like the chunk and the I like the grittier stuff. Like my first character was
some
like
of those broad delts.
yeah,
Big, wiry trolley delts.
Like what was my first character had a complete set of heavy buttressed Raider. You know the Raider build.
Yeah.
That aesthetic. But my favorite aesthetic for a non-power armor thing is the Assassin. I thought that looked really cool.
Yeah.
I liked all the BDSM, you know what I mean? All the black leather and the
kinky.
the evil kind of assassin look. I really like that.
Hands down, mine is... Actually, not even hands down, because a lot of our builds are pretty aesthetic. So, you know, it's just one of the ones I liked was the Tinkerer.
Yeah.
Because the Tinkerer has that sort of... The character was cool and like sort of quirky, and I liked that sort of quirky aesthetic. Plus, you get a bit of skin on the chest and everything, but then it's like little leather bits on the pants and everything. But the hat on top of it, I just thought that takes the cake. And then on top of that, there's like the mix and matching power armor.
Was pretty cool. I liked just like a pink bit and like a
and the T51 helmet.
T51 helmet,
which
is
looks
the best helmet ever.
Yeah, so that's my favorite aesthetically.
But to play,
my favorite to play is probably the sharpshooter.
Yes.
Just because it's just so fucking powerful, so straightforward, cool aesthetic, cool backstory, just very... I don't know, it's just a very easy to get into. It's not hard. You can never go wrong with a sniper playthrough.
It's similar to the Hunter. Like, the Hunter uses, like, scoped rifles as well.
Yeah.
And it's like, these characters can play VATS and have so much fun with VATS.
Yeah.
And at the same time, though, if you just want to do the shooting yourself and use the crosshair, it's just as fun.
Yeah, Hunter 2 also gets in there.
And a stealth playthrough is always fun.
See, I love my clothes a lot of the time.
And explosives.
In Fallout games and Elder Scrolls games too.
Yeah.
I love clothes. I always end up with some magey kind of character or some assassin character, but I always like to wear clothes, like what looks good. I'm just...
Yeah. Or
bit
if
of
you're a warrior,
fashionista.
when I play a warrior character, I go through the whole game in armor, but then when I'm endgame and I'm like... boss,
yeah, you be retired.
I have some clothing in my inventory at least, so I can put that on and just walk around with a sword in clothes.
Yeah,
but anyway, back to
so
Fallout.
Sharpshooter was mine, and what is yours?
Well, speaking of builds getting over 1 million views, I'm gonna go with the Scientist. That was basically Scott's first ever actual build, except his has charisma. The reason I like the Scientist to play is because, except charisma, you sort of get the best of everything. You know what I mean? So you level really fast.
Yeah.
You're great in power armor. you can still fight decently well because of the weapons out of power armor if you play it right.
Yeah.
You have rifles and heavy guns. You have hacker and locksmith. Like, you have
everything. Well, like, for me...
And the other thing I'll say, and that's what you said in your first playthrough, is that you actually found the main storyline more compelling playing a female character. Like, that whole motherly connection to Sean instead of just
I thought it was
father.
a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
But funnily enough, though, even though the sharpshooter's our favorite build, it's mainly because we haven't actually done a build like this as much yet, but my first build was super high intelligence, super high charisma, and that was probably my favorite. I love in all the Fallout games, the previous games, the New Vegas,
speech checks.
Fallout 3, speech checks and every kind of check under the sun. I used to have I liked all my skills maxed and everything, so I like to be super intelligent, super charismatic.
Completionist character.
Yeah, but I keep everything else sort of just like combat, just like, average. But
average, but then because of intelligence, once you reach the later levels, it's just like God mode. Like
But definitely, I definitely like those sorts of characters that are focused. That basically all their skills and perks and whatnot help them in the story elements of it. So, high charisma with the persuasion checks, etc., etc. But besides that, because we haven't got a build like that yet, but you may do soon. But we're going to have a... But yeah, I liked my sharpshooter. I think that's the choice out of the builds we got so far.
Speech checks were really great, and one thing I miss is actually we'll save this for another video. But one thing I just miss is being able to have speech checks to do with like a perk or a skill.
Yeah.
Like Sneak 50 speech check.
Yeah.
That shit was cool because it's not just how you say it. It's like, oh, I understand this topic matter. Well, I'm good at this.
Well, speaking of which, you guys in the comments below should leave a whole bunch of discussions that you like, whether they're Fallout related or just gaming related in general, that you want us to do a on-camera face-to-face discussion. So, if you guys want more of these, put them down in the comment in the discussions and tell us what you want. Plus, also tell us what your favorite build is aesthetically and also
fun to play and what you want to play for reasons other than fun.
Yeah. So
3 categories.
That's about it. Stay tuned on our Snapchat for everything up-to-date FudgeMuppet. Just keeping up to date with FudgeMuppet.
You get a lot of stuff. Early build previews.
You get your early access
Scott's
beta
head.
codes. Yeah, lots of that. So
me going like this.
So just get on top of the Snapchat. Follow us on Instagram and stuff as well. But Snapchat's where we are the most active every day for brand new snaps. So get on that. Subscribe to FudgeMuppet.
And we'll see you next time.
Ciao, ciao.